Hey, and welcome to your mat. Today's practice is about escaping. It's about escaping to your own island of beauty and of peace and of quiet. It's escaping to an island of whatever you need in this moment. And your mat is that magic carpet that's going to take you there. So go ahead and tune into your breath, close your eyes, and start to let the world around you fade away. Start to let your breath fill you and surround you with that swirling, peaceful energy, bright, warm light around you, holding you, radiating from you. May this energy and this light be right at the front of your thoughts. May it be the strength that carries you and sustains you. May it help you stay focused on the present moment. May it help you remain focused. Our breath in this practice can transport us at any time, allowing us to reset, rejuvenate, not just our physical bodies, but our spirit, our energy level. Helps us to escape and then be able to reconnect in a deeper, more meaningful way. Use this time. Be grateful for this time and enjoy this time away. With your next breath in, reach your arms out and up, gathering all of the energy, all of the beauty, all that you need to take with you to your peaceful, beautiful island. Hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. Exhale. May our intention be to enjoy each breath, each moment, each movement in this practice. Release your hands and softly blink your eyes open. Holding your knees or your shins, we'll start to arch and round our spine from here. So moving from the center, moving from your heart space, close your eyes again and tune in to the breath. Arch as you inhale, exhale as the heart space draws back and you round. And notice the movement of the pelvic floor rocking on the earth, front to back on the sits bones, on the tailbone. And then up from there, notice the movement of the spine, that rocking action of each vertebrae from tail to crown. And creating movement, creating energy, and connecting with that, connecting with the breath. Soften the eyes, the jaw as you move. Let what's stuck become unstuck. Release any tension, any worry. And know that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Come back to a nice tall spine. Softly blink your eyes open and take your arms out and reach them up overhead. Full breath in. As you exhale, left hand lowers to the floor. Stretch through your right fingertips, curling through that right waist and side. Eyes can be opened or closed as you move. Come back through center, inhaling. Exhaling over to the right fingertips and curl open through that left waist. Push down through the right hand. And inhale back up through center. Exhale and bring your hands forward. Try to bring your chest forward towards the floor. Draw the shoulder blades onto your back. And coming back up to center, bring your hands behind you up on fingertips. Bring your feet out in front of you a little wider than your hips. And take your knees to your right. Look over your left shoulder. And back to center. Knees go left and look to your right. And back to center, over to the right, look left. One more time, to the left, look right. Come back to center, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. So avoid rounding your spine. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Maybe lift your butt, scoot it forward, and flex the toes of the left foot. Full breath in. And exhale. Enjoying each breath, savoring each moment of just being here. Switching your legs. So uncross the left and take the right ankle over the left thigh. Sitting tall, scoot your butt forward. Heart opens. Breath deepens. And then slowly, carefully uncrossing and bring your legs out a little wider to a nice seat. Turn the thighs in and back and stretch your arms up. And turning your upper body towards your right leg, coming forward over that right thigh. So hands might be by your knees, by your shins, or towards your feet. You can hold your leg or hands on the floor. Full breath in and out. Try to lengthen the spine, not rounding, belly toned. And then inhale back up through center. And exhaling, turning towards the left and coming forward. Again, maintain the length of the spine. You don't need to fold forward that deep to feel a stretch through the back of the leg. Pull the toes towards your face, holding anywhere you'd like on the floor or on the leg. Full breath in and exhale. Good. Coming back up to center and bring your knees back in. Hold the inner thighs and come to hands and knees on your mat. Pad your knees as you need with a blanket if you're on a harder surface. And a couple of movements through arch and round here. And then making your way into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips, lift your armpits up, and savor this moment. Closing your eyes and just feeling the connection with the earth, fingertips and toes. Drawing that energy in and out with each breath. Shift forward into plank. Full breath in. As you exhale, knees up or down, lower all the way onto your belly. Pressing your hands down and pulling your heart forward. Inhale, squeeze the legs, pull the belly in, and lower down. Make space as you lift, inhale, and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Come through hands and knees and downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Tone the belly. Stay connected to your mat, to this island of sanity, of strength. Lower your right leg. And lifting your left, bend the knee, open the hip. Breathe a little deeper. Lower the left leg next to the right and walking your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees. Make sure your feet are parallel, pressing the toes and creating that connection. Maybe feeling sand beneath your feet and hearing ocean waves. Lift your sits bones up, bow forward. Imagining that island that you'd like to be on. Breathe. Feel the warmth of the sun on your back and the breeze through your hair. Inhale halfway. Exhale and bow. Inhale and lift. Exhale and bow. Each breath like the waves of the ocean. Bend your knees, hands to your hips or thighs, shoulders back. As you come up, stretch your arms up and bend your left elbow. Hold that with the right hand as you side bend over to your right. So strong legs lifting up, gazing up at the blue sky. And back to center. Hold your right elbow with your left hand as you side bend left. Notice the clouds as they change shapes and move overhead. Come back to center. Take your arms out and behind you. Interlace. Use a strap if you need one, or pulling your fingers apart. Energetically pull the heels of the hands towards each other. Bend your knees and bow forward over your thighs. Head towards the floor, legs straighter. Maybe lift the hands off the low back. Full breath in and out. Bend your knees, come all the way back up to stand, reach your arms up, and fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bow. Walking your hands forward, back into downward facing dog, and lifting your right leg up in the air. Step that right foot forward between your hands and lower the left knee. Come up, arms up overhead, lifting your gaze and your heart. Pull the right foot, left knee towards each other. Full breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands down on either side of that right foot. Scoot your left knee back and start to move your right leg straighter. Drag back with the heel. Pull the shoulder blades onto your back. Pull the toes towards your face. And then bending that right knee, foot on the floor, walk both hands inside that front foot, lifting your left knee off the floor, pivot your back heel to the floor, parallel to the back edge of the mat. Walk your hands forward and push the floor away. Lower head and heart towards the earth. Your right knee is directly over the right ankle, pulling back with the right hip. Full breath in and out. Back through center, hands on either side of the right foot, left heel lifts, and lift your left leg in the air, working the right leg straighter, lifting the right sits bone. Bow forward as the left leg lifts up. Step your left leg all the way back, and three-legged dog, right leg lifted, bend the knee, open the hip, look over your left shoulder. Good. Lowering that right foot next to the left. Lift your left leg up. Step the left foot forward. Move with your breath. Lowering the right knee. Stretch your arms up, your gaze up, pulling left foot, right knee towards each other. And lowering hands on either side of the left foot. Move your right knee back and start to straighten the left leg, bowing forward over that left thigh and shin. Bending the left knee, hands come inside the left foot, lift your right knee off the floor, pivot your back heel to the floor, parallel to the back edge of the mat. Walk your hands forward and get low inside the left inner thigh. Left knee over the left heel, left butt pulling underneath you. Left knee can widen a little. Full breath in and out. And walking your hands back on either side of the left foot, lift your right heel, lift your right leg in the air, bow forward, head and heart towards that left shin, lift your right leg higher. And stepping the right leg all the way back, hands on the mat, step the left leg back, bend the knee, open the hip, look over your right shoulder. Lowering that left leg and shift forward into plank. Your choice, how you lower, knees up or down, tops of the feet down, heart opens as you inhale, and back through hands and knees and downward facing dog. Full breath in, and exhale. Good. Lifting your right leg up, bring your right knee forward, pigeon. If you have any knee or hip issues, please lay on your back and take face up pigeon. Ankle over thigh, staying upright here or coming forward over your right shin. So stay engaged, stay present with the moment, staying on your mat, on your island, a safe place to escape and to reconnect. If you're in face up pigeon and want to just switch sides, go ahead. From face down pigeon up to straighter arms, lift that right leg, open the hip mindfully, and then lower the right leg and bring your left knee forward. Again, settling in, but doing so in a mindful, connected way. So we're not just flopping over that left thigh and shin, we're drawing the belly and we're pulling the legs in. We're connecting with the moment. Let your breath carry you. And coming up to straighter arms and left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip mindfully. In downward facing dog. Lift your sits bones up, lift your armpits up a little, and then let the heels lower. Stretch the spine longer, draw the shoulder blades onto your back. Good. Lower your knees to the floor and grab your blanket. An option here for calf smash or standing on the blanket. So standing on the blanket, you will roll it up and stand with the balls of the feet about inner hip distance apart, heels on the floor. Bend your knees and come down to a forward fold, lifting your sits bones up and bowing forward. Press the inner edge of the foot down, pressing the toes down into the earth. If you choose calf smash, the blanket will come behind your knees and you'll kneel down, shins on the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. Weight shifts back over the blanket so you feel the pressure in the calves smashing. And either way, connect with your breath. Close your eyes and let your inhale be a little slower, maybe counting up to 4, 5, or 6. And then let your exhale be slightly longer than that, counting to 5, 6, or 7. And you might wiggle side to side or rock front to back if you're in the standing forward fold. Try to connect a little deeper to whatever sensations are coming up and allowing your breath to go a little deeper. Good. Softly blinking your eyes open and making your way back into your downward facing dog. So lengthen, lift the hips up, the tail up. Full breath. Feel the space in the backs of the legs. Tone the belly. Get a little more connected strength-wise to your core. Shift forward into plank. Your choice, knees up or down, lower all the way down onto your belly and propping up on your forearms. So pressing the elbows down and pulling them back. Tone the pelvic floor up so you're pulling up towards your head, and that's the pubic bone and the tailbone pulling towards each other. So that lower abdominal area engages a lot. Keep pulling back on the elbows. And then as you'd like, lifting your chest, ribs, and belly button, hips and thighs away from the floor. So this is an excellent abdominal exercise, safe for almost everyone. Pulling the belly up, it's really good if you have low back pain. You're not letting the hips sag, so if your low back hurts, you probably need to lift your butt up a little higher. And if you'd like to add on, curl your toes, lift your knees. You're still pulling back with the elbows, lengthening the top of the head forward, toning the pelvic floor, pubic bone and tailbone towards each other. And lowering your knees if they're lifted, thighs, hips, and belly. Bringing your hands for cobra, pressing them down, pulling them back. Slide your heart forward, hips back, and lower down. Come up onto forearms again. Same options of knees down or up. Start by toning pelvic floor, pubic bone, tailbone, lifting the ribs, the hips and thighs, maybe the knees. Option here, if your toes are curled under, maybe lift your right toes. Stay with that rhythmic breath. Lower the right toes, lift the left. If you're still working with your knees down, just focus on the breath. You might try lifting the knees up. Lower your left toes. Lower your knees, thighs, hips, and belly all the way down. Hands for cobra. And inhale. And exhale. Good. One more time, up on forearms. And pulling back with the elbows, toning pelvic floor, pubic bone, tailbone, lifting as you'd like, hips, thighs, maybe the knees. Option to roll to the outer edge of your left foot, stack the right foot on top, maybe bring your right hand to your right hip or reach the right arm up. So keep toning the belly, pubic bone and tailbone in. Come back through center, right elbow down, toes curled, and roll to the outer right foot as you'd like. Left elbow can stay down or left hand to your hip, or turning open a little more, reaching up. Lift the hips up. Carefully coming back through center, forearms and lower knees, thighs, hips, and belly all the way down. Hands for cobra, press the feet, lift up and lower. Good, coming through hands and knees, plank and downward facing dog as you'd like. And lifting your right leg up and stepping your right foot forward between your hands, warrior one. So back heels on the floor, back toes are more forward than two. As you come up, arms reach up overhead. Adjust your feet wider, lengthwise or widthwise as you need, hips lower. Tone that low belly, pull the front ribs in, lift your heart, and start to straighten that front leg. Hinge forward over the right thigh, fingertips to floor or blocks as you bow in. Connect to your breath. Connect to that your own inner island, your true essence. That connection a little deeper with your soul, with your body. Good. Bending the right knee, lift the left leg in the air and turn open to the left, Ardha Chandrasana. Left arm can be reaching up towards the sky or hand on your hip or heart. Tone the belly, stay connected. Looking down for more grounding energy, look up if you're feeling a little stronger and freer. Good. Left hand down, step the left leg all the way back, right leg up and back, bend the knee, open the hip. Lower the right leg and lifting the left. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Back heel to the floor. As you come up, adjust your feet. Lower your hips, lift your heart and gaze. Full breath in and out. Start to straighten the left leg. Hinge forward. Hands come down to floor blocks as you bow forward over that left leg. Scissoring the legs, pulling towards each other. Draw the belly in. Bend the left knee. Lift the right leg in the air. Open to the right, Ardha Chandrasana. As you turn open, right hip and thigh, right arm reaches up. Right hand down. Step the right leg all the way back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Bend the knee and open the hip. Good. Left leg lowers down. Shift forward into plank. Knees up or down, lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. And back to child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Head and heart towards the earth. Connect with the earth. Connect with your breath. Allowing yourself to be as present with this moment as you possibly can. And slowly coming back up through hands and knees and grabbing either your rolled up blanket or a block. So you'll take either one and place it on your mat right in back of you, sitting a little forward of it, and start to come back over the blanket right about the tips of the shoulder blades. Hands can be behind your head for support, especially if you're on the block, and coming all the way back with your head touching the floor if you're on the blanket. Shoulders are probably not touching, but they're over the blanket. Your arms are over the blanket. And you're getting a nice back bend here. Close your eyes. If it's uncomfortable, you probably need to move it up or down on your spine. You might take your legs out straight. If you're on the block itself is perpendicular to the spine, again, right about the space of the bra line or the tips of the shoulder blades, and you're coming back, supporting the head with your hands and curling back here. So not just dropping the head. It's a little bit more intense with the block. Take what you need. You should feel safe and steady to open up the heart here. Again, you're welcome to take the legs out. Low back should not feel compromised. Let your breath be a little deeper. And allowing our heart to have physical space across the collarbones, across the chest, gives us room to have more emotional capacity, vulnerability with ourselves and with the people around us. And part of the reason we probably want to escape is everything is on overload. We need that time to reconnect, to decompress. And our mat is the perfect place to do that. Another full breath in and out. If your legs are out straight, bend your knees. Either way, you're toning the belly to lift up with the off of the block, or maybe if you're on the blanket, you roll to your side and coming all the way onto your back. Hug your knees wide. Rock a little side to side. Keep the right thigh hugged in. Extend your left leg out straight. And then hug your left knee back in. Take your right leg out straight. Hug both knees back in. And bring your knees right over your hips. Hands to your thighs. Press hands and thighs one more time. Just full breath in, connecting and lengthening the spine, the core, and lowering your feet. Slide your legs out. Let the toes fall open to the sides, arms by your sides. Roll the shoulders back. And just settle in to the stillness and the quiet. No work to be done here. Relaxing completely. Slowly starting to deepen your breath and wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe circle wrists and ankles. Go in both directions. And stretching your arms up and overhead, lengthening. And then bending your knees and rolling over to your side. Using your arms, press yourself up to a nice seat. And sit up nice and tall. Turn your thighs in and back. And one hand on your heart and the other fingertips to the floor. Take a deeper breath. And remember, your breath can transport you at any time, no matter where you are. May your mat, may this practice always help you reconnect to the deeper meaning of our lives, the deeper meaning of who you are at your core, your true essence, your Satnam. Bring your hands together, heart center. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way on. Satnam. From my heart to each of yours always, with love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you, guys.
Hey, it's me again. If you enjoyed this practice, please like, share, and subscribe. And consider supporting me by making a donation via Venmo or PayPal, or even going one step further and joining my ever-growing Patreon community, where you can have access to exclusive content like workshops, live stream classes, and more full-length practices before I release them to the public. Remember, it's support like yours that allows me to continue providing content to the yoga community. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a line in the comments section and look below for all details and links. Thanks so much.